What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on BABA stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news, and I have to say that we have plenty of news that might affect the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here. At this point, when this asset broke the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, it is the level, if I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from its swing low of about $85 to its swing high at about $121.23. And I caught this movement to the downside, and I also told you that we might go even lower. Because on a weekly time frame, if I switch to weekly time frame and clean the channel chart a little bit, we can see this movement to the upside that doesn't have a proper retracement. And definitely from the technical standpoint, we should see some lower levels that this asset might hit in order to be more bullish, in order to have a trend reversal. And my main assumption was that on a weekly time frame we might hit even roughly $95 mark in order to see this trend reversal. But everything I will show you in just several minutes in my technical analysis. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you that this news on February the 8th on CNBC.com, we can find that Chinese tech giant Alibaba working on a ChatGPT rival. Shares jump. And the key points are following. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba told CNBC Wednesday that it is working on a rival to ChatGPT, joining the flurry of tech firms to jump on board the chatbot hype. Alibaba joins a flurry of technology firms, including Google and Baidu, to respond to OpenAI and Microsoft's ChatGPT AI chatbot. And definitely, right now is this topic, the AI and ChatGPT bot, is the hottest topic, and definitely it might affect the price of other companies that might be involved in the process of researching similar bots, similar AI technologies. It might drastically affect their price in a positive manner. That is why a lot of tech giants wanted to be in the list of these companies, and that is why we can see Alibaba in this list. On top of that, let me show you this news. It was published just several hours ago on February 13th, and it says Amazon and Alibaba, one of them is a value stock. And it is quite interesting article because in the summary you cannot find any useful information. The only information is inside the entire article, and I have to say it is quite interesting and fundamentally based article. And the conclusion is following. On balance, I would say that Alibaba Group Holding Limited stock offers more value for money than that of Amazon.com. Both companies are not going through their best days though. And this article confirms that Alibaba is still undervalued right now, and you can rely on this analysis as well as a part of your due diligence. On top of that, let me show you this data. It is the fintel.io, the website that tracks the activity of institutional investors in certain asset. And the recent filings show us some controversial data, because we have several new companies that opened completely new position in Alibaba, but other companies, as you can see, they reduced their position, and that is why we have mixed signal. On top of that, we still have some tensions in the field of spy saga. And let me quote you the New York Times article that was published just several hours ago. Tensions rise over spy programs as US investigates downed craft. The Biden administration is looking into mysterious UFO encounters and pushing back against China over accusation of widespread espionage. And on top of that, other mass media, The Guardian, for example, also pointed on the same issue. Tuesday briefing: why is the US suddenly spying so many UFOs? And definitely, depending on the result of the investigation, we might see some increasing tensions between the United States and China. And definitely, this might affect the price of Chinese stocks on the US stock market. On top of that, today we will see the CPI data, and it will be published today on February 14th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And by the time this video will be published, I think we will already have this data. And depending on the results of this CPI, definitely we might see some movements either way. That is why we have to be very cautious. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, if we take a look only on this wave to the upside, with the assumption that this is the third wave or beginning of the third wave, definitely we should rely on these levels of these Fibonacci levels as the potential levels of accumulation. And as you can see, we have a very good bounces of 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level at roughly $103.13 mark. But as you can see, because of this price action up and down, we unloaded pretty much all the indicators on multiple time frames. And all the indicators right now are pretty much neutral, and this means market is awaiting something big, and depending on the sentiment of this news, we might see the movement either way. That is why right now we can only rely on the major movement, and definitely for experienced trader it is a very good time where you can add to your option position, because some of option strategies allow you to make profits with either way movements. And definitely it is the perfect example of that, but I don't want to dive deep into this topic right now. And from the bigger scale, if I zoom out a little bit, let me show you that if I am completely wrong, and if from the range of about $59 this asset completed 5-wave structure, definitely we should pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom to the top. And in this case, the ranges are quite different, the ranges where you can accumulate your position as the long-term investor, and it is the price point of 97.22, 89.86 and roughly $81. So definitely, in my opinion, we still have more chances to see lower price action, because in my opinion it is still not enough to unload the entire structure from the bottom to the top. But everything in trading is possible. That is why, if you are a long-term holder, wait for deeper retracement, and if you are a swing trader, definitely you can take a risk and you can accumulate your position right here with a very tight stop loss slightly below $103 mark. And in this case, your downside potential will be not more than 2%, but the upside potential, depending on the price target, might be up to 15% to this previous swing high, and risk to reward ratio of more than 7-to-1 is quite lucrative, but the entire position is quite risky in my opinion. On top of that, we don't know the exact date of their earnings report, and this report might also be quite a good catalyst for this asset, because in the long-term perspective this asset is still quite lucrative. And we have to keep in mind that despite all the tensions in China and US policy, we might see the major movement to the upside for this asset in a long-term perspective, because right now this asset is extremely undervalued, and in terms of next couple of years, definitely the return might be much higher than 100% a year. So I think from the technical standpoint, that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.